It's the final showdown. No, actually it isn't. But Chad, after pretty much rejecting us of a rematch because it was a fluke and all that other stuff, we get to finally face version 3.
Why do we have slow gauge?
Because I have VAR sword. Or no, I have custom sword.
Okay.
It's just in
Why do
case
we
I
have...
want an option.
I mean, I guess, but why do we have fast gauge then?
Because that's another option I have.
Protoman is always the scariest fight.
Yeah, and you know, it's really weird because back when I first played Mega Man Battle Network 2, trying to get version or Protoman version 3 was like the hardest thing in the world for me to do.
No, I can totally understand that.
But during this recording playthrough, I did not have very many problems with him.
He's been surprisingly cooperative so far with doing the same thing over and over, and actually having that zapping looks to be really helpful.
Yeah, the other option would be to goad him out with the Aqua Shot, with the Aqua Style, but of course I don't have that anymore, so...
Huh? Goad him out?
Like, when you if you try to shoot a charge shot at him, sometimes he will get aggressive and actually just go right at you.
Huh.
Instead of blocking the attack, like he used to.
Oh, alright.
He's that much more aggressive in this game than he is in the others. And, you know, the really weird thing about this version 3 compared to version 2 is that I had a much easier time dodging the attacks, even though he seems faster, or just I'm being a lot more competent this time.
I think it might help a lot that you're connecting with all those zap rings. It's giving them less chance to attack. And are we going to have an S rank victory? Oh, ooh. Nearly missed it there.
Yeah, kind of missed it there, but...
Well, no, I mean, nearly got hit right at the last... Oh my gosh!
And you know what? I don't mind in the slightest bit, because I don't have to worry about getting version 2.
Well, that's a good point, but... Man.
It's almost like with Rom when he had that, he had 30 minutes... or 30 seconds exactly and missed out on the version 3 or whatever he was doing in Battle Network.
He was going after version 4, and he got 20 seconds exactly on Bubble Man.
Oh, was it? Oh, did he have to get 20 seconds or less?
When you're going for a version 4 on that game, yeah.
Okay, it's been a long time, so I don't even remember.
I remember just because of how unbelievable that would have been. I mean, especially because of Navi's, it was Bubble Man.
And it just further proves my point about Bubble Man. And how I'm not looking forward to him.
That's perfectly alright. I don't think anyone actually looks forward to Bubble Man except for wanting his chip. Ew.
Now, you said it was like a multi-hit attack or something?
Yeah, I think all versions...
Because it was a low attack number, I think.
Yeah, the base attack is pretty low, but when you have a version 3 that does like 7 or 9 hits, and you add an Aqua plus 40 to that, that's suddenly a pretty substantial increase. And then you have like Navi plus 20, all those other good things. He can do a lot of damage all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like when you have the Trident chips or the Spear chips, although...
Also, there we go, an S-rank Protoman on, looks like the second try.
It took probably a couple extra tries in between, but like I said, this was nothing compared to Thunderman.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, 200 damage. There you go.
Protoman's chip is a really good reward for any of that too.
In a way, it is considered, well, because what I was about to say is that Airman can also do 200 damage, but that's only if you hit in the front row.
Yeah. Protoman can do 200 damage to every enemy, and then double that if they're next to each other.
Also, guess what I finally remembered to do?
Whatever it is, I've forgotten. Oh, is it the... Nope, it's not. Oh, did you go to the correct lobby?
Yes, I did.
Oh, man.
I made sure to go to Arrival, I think. I wasn't looking. God damn it. Okay, but anyway.
Well, you got it right. That's good enough.
Yep. Okay, so now we are heading back to Kotobuki, the radiation distortion world, and switching to folder 3. Oh, I didn't even realize that I did. But now we're bringing out the hot stuff.
And finally entering the complex for real, huh?
Yep. I'm just getting a good look at it. That's all. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
You know, for a while I was like, it was almost looking like this layout of the room had like some glass doors and you need to jack into this in order to like open a door or close it, but I don't know, it's just something useless. I was just thinking about it.
It's a nice
it's just
little lobby area. I mean, this is supposed to be just a normal condo at first. Oh, I remember what Guardian does now. Oh, yeah.
This chip I used a ton when I played this game. And wait, did I add it? Because I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I saw it in there. Guardian is not a chip that I normally take much note of, but the few times I've used it, I keep wondering why I haven't used it more often.
Because one of the things that, if I can remember correctly, yeah, this is not a good formation. Especially when I have this stupid Sparky virus that's just going insane. So yeah, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. But oh yeah, I was talking about the Guardian chip. So the Guardian chip, basically, if an enemy manages to hit it with some sort of projectile or whatever, it's kind of like,
basically, if it takes damage,
it'll nuke the enemy side of the field or yours if you end up hitting it for 200 damage.
Yep.
Also, if you're and it's also lightning based technically, so if you have ice field on there, that's 400 damage.
Oh really? It pays attention to elemental stuff too?
I'm pretty sure it's electric element, because
I know the graphics are electric, but I couldn't remember if it actually was like that functionally.
The only reason I kind of remember, or I'm assuming that it was electric base, is because, well, for one, it zaps the field because it's a Guardian. Because there's kind of like, there's these fights in the post game. I'm pretty sure you know probably which ones, where you have to defeat all enemies at the same time or something like that.
I remember what they were like in a similar
3?
thing in 3, yeah.
Except those ones I think I remember you have to actually defeat them in order.
So when those things do electricity, that's elemental too?
Yeah, I don't know about it in 3 because it's been a long time since I've even made it that far.
Alright.
But in 2, I remember them zapping the whole field when they count down.
Alright. And that's probably a similar effect. Hey, it's Guardian.
Yep. We're going to test this baby out. So we're just going to set this thing here. And we're going to wait for it to... uh-oh.
Oh yeah, the rats stay out of your column. Well...
Yeah, they can't hit me.
At least that Remobit is doing a genius...
It didn't even attack it. I didn't even notice that. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, that's basically what it does. But god damn it, why?
Normally, enemies are a lot less reserved about throwing everything they have at you. Apparently, these guys were a lot more courteous.
And despite all that, I still got a 7 out of that.
Well, I mean, it was a triple delete. No, it was a double delete.
No, it was a double delete, and then just the Remo or Twisty virus after that.
Alright then.
Yeah, I gotta use the button. I can't go to the door to open the elevator, obviously. So we're just gonna kick an elevator door, and oh my, it's working. Because kicking things is usually how it works. And
someone was
suddenly,
just and
suddenly Dex, Mail, and Yai. How they got here?
Going to die?
They're dummy, and so are we, because we decided to venture into a radiation world.
What?
And they just happen to have mag suits. How?
So, okay, I guess Yai contacted whoever Dr. Hikari contacted?
That's the only possible way, because
how are any of these mag suits so thin that we can't see them?
Right.
Two,
I mean, I would say limitations for the early games, because I mean we would see characters in suits later, sort of, maybe, but here's another question.
I mean, like, Lan was looking at them, and like it could be implied that they were wearing suits, but no. Lan was like,
but then
I don't think you're wearing suits. Aren't you going to die? Leave.
Yeah, and then here's the other question that I'm actually trying to figure out. When did they get... Or, no, unless I'm... Okay, I could be thinking of the wrong game, but we needed a pass to get here, didn't we?
No.
Didn't we get one from...
We needed the elevator. Wait, oh, you mean to get to Kotobuki Town?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we got it from our dad,
I think Kotobuki was just... The thing is, Kotobuki seems to just be a place. It was, for all intents and purposes, a normal place that the head of gospel happened to be residing in. And we never thought of going there. So, from what I can tell, it's just still a normal destination on the metro line. There's no security.
Mm-hmm. They're just playing a radiation, which is their security.
Okay, to be fair, that's pretty good security.
Mm-hmm.
It will keep out all but the most confused.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what happened there, but just go with it. But yeah, have we seen the Yort viruses? Because I don't even remember.
We've seen some version of them. I hate them always.
Mm-hmm. And of course, they had to put in the magnet panels. But anyway, this is the apartment comp. Because, well, considering all the radiation that's going on, the net is a bit screwed up. And in order to fix the net, we have to find these bit pieces.
Yeah, I seem to remember it's really confusing if you're trying to keep track of every place, but at the same time...
It's very confusing if you want to try to get all the stuff.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like super ultra linear.
In a way, yes. I mean, you could technically just skip some of the mystery data stuff, but I don't think.
It's like, as long as you investigate the whole area before you go back to the main thing, it'll, like, you'll have that cleared out for sure, and it's always easy to investigate the whole thing, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you miss something and want to go back for something, then that's a bit of a different story, because you'll have to find the exact right apartment to jack into to get to where you ended up warped to. And
Right.
that's where things get weird.
Well, the other weird thing is like when you finally fix something, as you only see this scene once, where he just reacts to everything, the abnormality being fixed. You have to make sure to like sometimes go back and forth through areas that you think you've been to, but when they get fixed, then you either progress or you can go back and like find an item.
Yeah, so now that warp works normally, but if we wanted to go into the wrong warp area, we'd have to like find room 082 and then jack into there or something.
A wrong warp? Oh yeah, I would definitely like to do a wrong warp for some games.
Yeah, like this is Elbit 232, so if we wanted to jack in from, like if we wanted to make it back into that dead end, we would have to travel to room 232 in the apartment and jack in somewhere there or something like that.
I'm trying to remember if there was a 232 because, and you know that's the thing is like when
I think it might be like
it's what
floor 23, room 2.
it could be because I want to say that it doesn't go over floor 100, but it's been a while, so I don't really remember.
I certainly hope it doesn't go over floor 100. Even without the radiation, that would be pretty unsafe.
Yeah. Okay.
This isn't going to...
No, well, I could get lucky if...
Yeah.
Nope. Come on.
You almost
You
got
can do it.
They just stay in the same row. Or
Damn it.
column thing. You really should have put that in the middle.
Yeah, but for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and blame the stupid magnet panels.
Now think about how you can use them to your advantage. I guess. If you put that in the middle, they couldn't miss it.
I mean, there is a way I could use it to my advantage, and that's against Magnet Man. I can just put a row above me or below me, and I don't have to worry about that magnet ball move. Because I can actually dodge that worth a damn.
Good point.
Because it's just like really tight dodging and everything, and it's really annoying. But
oh, come to think of it, isn't this place where the sword viruses start appearing?
They do start appearing in one of the areas. I don't know which one specifically, but I do run into, I think it's Shadow 2. They're the red ones, from what I remember, and they require it. Well, they have, I think, 160 HP, so technically you can kill it with a Var sword.
Those have always given me trouble because I've never...
Yes.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. You got two levels of wrong warp run on top of the other, and it leads you to a completely straight path with no branching paths and a single dead end.
Oh, there we go. The Red Devils. That's what they're called.
Yeah, those things always bother me because I never really like using sword chips because of how little range they have, so it's never like I'm never prepared to fight
right
them.
on cue, I switch my folder because it's like, oh yeah, these guys will appear. So I better have more than just step swords to fight them.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way I can kill them. And step sword, I believe, does 150 damage. I forgot already. So if I miss both of them, then or one of them, then yeah, I can't kill them.
Yeah. See, so you had two levels of like being thrown somewhere else, and they each led to a straight path and a dead end with what you need. It's even though it presents itself as confusing, you're like not going to get lost.
As long as you don't go like too far out of your way.
Yeah, it's a really weird network that way.
And I don't entirely mind it either. For whatever reason.
I mean, not it's not like it's much like it makes things easier, honestly. Just to know that it makes it easier to know that you've not missed anything.
Yeah. Also, since we're talking about kind of like the final dungeon kind of areas, we should pretty much go ahead and talk about this in comparison to the one in Mega Man Battle Network 1.
You're right. They didn't have a final area. They just took an oven and took a school and threw them all together with like a waterworks pipe.
And the bus stop, red light, green, blue light, and then the elect comp.
Yeah, the security system for the World 3's first base was just kitchen appliances and stoplights. This is a big improvement.
Yeah, because they made it just its own kind of area instead necessarily recycling or kind of making a different screen of like what you already faced.
Yeah.
I mean, it is sort of like a stage rush, which I can kind of, I can get with that in a way.
Yeah, it's like the boss refights, except they come with stages too in the first game. This time not so much.
And it's funny since you mentioned boss refights because in the first game we didn't have the refights.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, it was just there was a key just at the end of each of those areas in the first game.
Oh, you're right. That's weird that they had stage refights and no boss refights.
The only exception to the keys were the one where you had to save, where you need to make a save before the end of the elect comp, because that's where it was the point of no return.
Well, that still wasn't even a refight.
Yeah, because you were facing Magic Man, so that's the thing. And then you would have the life virus after you go through that. Assuming, of course, you don't glitch that fight.
Well, anyway. Are we... Okay, maybe there is some amount of complexity here.
Yeah, well, I think this is where I lost track of where I was going. So, I would almost say I should include the clip of Tricky from Star Fox being, "Where are we going?" in here somewhere, but whatever.
I don't know where we're going.
I hopefully will eventually remember where I'm going. I hope.
I can't tell if you've forgotten or if you're going the right way.
I know I've forgotten at some point. I think it's right around this point because I go back and forth because it's like...
I recognize this as the start of the...
Okay, there we go. I found something. 3,000, and I assume this is a bit here. Oh,
I thought I recognized this as the start of the network. Maybe it's not.
Okay, I grabbed a 3,000, so I think this mystery data that I'm about to pick up is a high cannon asterisk.
Okay.
So it actually wasn't that. Let's see. Yeah, high cannon asterisk. I have maps downloaded, or I mean, I had some maps that I was sort of using eventually in order to keep myself from getting lost, but I still got lost. Well, because I think...
Seems like you hadn't been this way anyway.
Yeah, the main concern was that I didn't want to miss anything at this point because I don't want to get it later.
Oh, okay. So so we're at a point where we have keys to one wrong warp thing in another wrong warp area, I guess?
Yeah, well, I have that one, and then I don't remember if there was another one here. Nope, that's Zenny.
Even if there was, I guess that would just mean you'd have to have paid attention to exactly which room you were dealing with and jack in from right wherever that room is.
I mean, I'm sure at some point I could have jacked in to one of the higher rooms, but I don't feel like doing that.
Yeah, cause
also, guess what we just got?
Because if you didn't pay attention to the numbers, you'd have to almost do trial and error to find the right one. We have a time bomb advance. Ooh, yes we do.
Mm-hmm. But I don't use it yet.
That's fine, because as good as they
are,
I
will be using it eventually.
As good as they are, something about the time bomb chips and advances bother me. Albeit EV? But
I think that one is to
controls
oh yeah,
elevators radiation.
I think it allows us to advance to the point that we need to. Oh, I know what it is. We need it at the end of this portion of the apartment. You'll see eventually. That's all I can say.
I know we've established that this scenario makes 0 sense. But what kind of elevator has a radiation program?
Actually thinking about it now, it's like, oh wait, I'm not sure how that works. It's like, does it like only stop to a certain point, or?
I don't know, but Albit EV's description said controls elevators radiation.
Actually, now that I'm reading into it, it's like, huh, I don't know now.
Controls elevators radiation.
Because it's like, if it's being controlled somewhere, it would be in the computer room.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Or maybe the elevator is like, maybe it has a built-in program to, like, deflect radiation? Because
Perhaps.
that makes just as much sense. What?
Yeah, nothing makes
man,
sense
it's Randy.
now. Oh, you actually, you recognize it.
We're lost, aren't we?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what I was doing. Don't worry, everything's okay.
I wouldn't be able to tell you what you were doing, Tap.
No.
I think you're going the right way?
Let's just go ahead and say, just blame it on the radiation.
Yeah, radiation messes everything up.
And come on, use the bit. Nope. I'm still trying to find stuff.
And we're leaving in the wrong direction.
Because I'm thinking, okay, there must be something past this point. And then I decide, okay, I guess I. God damn it! Past me, why?
Which of these two lovely warps do I want to enter?
See, I saw that that mystery data. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I am going the right way, and then no, I am not going the right way.
Are we about done with our rampage through the apartment network?
You know, speaking of rampage, I was just thinking, oh, maybe I should use that one rampage music that I think, what was it, Shag did for some parody or whatever.
We've jacked out.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I just need a break. And I also find out...
I didn't know I just gave you an attack 20 asterisk there.
I didn't know that either, I don't think.
Huh.
And I was almost wanting to say that Mail gave me something, but she actually gave it to me a while back, so it
That's a little random, but nice chip all the same.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm trying to remember why I actually came back here, and I actually do remember by the end of this video, because while I was there, I used up a lot of resources, so I was stocking up on full energies.
Alright.
And I think that was it. Thank you, sir.